Megan's face, just saying, all right, let's already analyze this program. That's why they're world champions. And speaking of analyzing, check out Yuzuru Hanyu, the Olympic champion from 2014. He's a rock star in Japan. There he is under the watchful eye of Coach Brian Orser. He has a silver from Skate Canada, needs to get on the podium here in order to qualify for the Grand Prix final.
Hanyu always rises to the occasion at home in Japan.
He's this year's Boy Jin, would we say, with all the quads?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Yuzuru Hanyu, of course, the rock star.
The superstar in Japan is 2014 Olympic champion Yuzuru Hanyu of Japan. But Kurt, safe to say, a bit of a peculiar start to the season for him when you go back to Skate Canada. That was his first Grand Prix event. The short program, he was falling, which is very unusual for him, and he was actually fourth after the short.
Yeah, he ended up winning the long program, but even that skate wasn't fantastic. Every skater at this level wants to skate their very best, but when you're the Olympic champion, you really want it bad. My father said it best, they freeze it slippery side up, so anything can happen. It did. But typical of Hanyu, he likes to push the sport, so the quad loop goes into competition. It threw him off, but not here. This short program was vintage Hanyu.
Yeah, he did end up getting on the podium at Skate Canada, picked up the silver behind Patrick Chan, who took the gold. But yes, in this short program here in Japan, Carol, he has made everyone forget about that short at Skate Canada.
Well, he has, and I'm sure it's because his coach, Brian Orser, after the skate at Skate Canada, was very keen on making sure he was mentally prepared and didn't let that creep in to every performance, because it can become a habit. Losing can creep up on you.
It may sound strange, but it's absolutely true. That little thing that goes off in your head that allows you to do quad, sow, triple toe combinations like that can go away. It's a slippery slope, and he doesn't want to start believing that he's vulnerable to losing, because right now, when he skates like this, chances are he's going to win. And for me, the proof is in the pudding on the landings. Nobody sells a landing like Hanyu.
And look at this fabulous move. I mean, it looks so easy and it's so difficult.
Not easy, especially at my age. Not easy.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people that is not easy, but this is why Yuzuru Hanyu is an absolute rock star. So here is a look at the short program marks he's put up this season. Safe to say, Skate Canada, wee bit of a blip in the radar, because here at the Grand Prix of Japan, take a look at that 103.89 right here, which is why he's in the lead after the short.
Guess you can never go wrong either when you're skating to Prince, channeling his inner Prince, an inner rock star there.
Inner purple.
Inner purple. Take us through your Kurt's Keys.
Kurt's Keys are all about getting through the day alive. We're going to call it KISS and Make Up. KISS stands for Keep It Simple, Stupid. That means that one negative, doubtful thought at the last second can erase weeks of positive training and thinking. Take that good energy all the way into the jump. My coach, Michael Urianic, used to say that each jump has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Please do all three. And so what if something goes wrong, though? It's time to make up. Well, allow the music to carry you past that mistake. Trust your training, trust your program, and trust yourself.
Well, as mentioned, Yuzuru Hanyu making history here last year at the Grand Prix of Japan when he became the first skater to surpass the 300-point mark. Oh, is that him? Oh, that's it. We're done with the warm-up. I'm going to call the shots here. But then he went on and set another record at the Grand Prix final. And here's a look at the standings after the short program. What a score for Yuzuru Hanyu, creating quite the divide there. Nathan Chen of the United States behind him, and Tanaka of Japan rounding off that podium, as we see right now, after the short program, including that man right there, the 2014 Olympic champion, Yuzuru Hanyu. For the next Japanese skater, do we really need to give you his resume? You know him, Yuzuru Hanyu. Second at this season's Skate Canada. We talked about that, how that was just a little uncharacteristic in his short program. He was fourth after the short. Quite a few stumbles there and finished behind Patrick Chan. And we know there's that battle all the time. Patrick Chan, Javi Fernandez, Yuzuru Hanyu. But he made up for it big time in the short program here. The fans want more. So what does Yuzuru have planned?
Boy, the right skater to win the Olympics and then not quit, because he obviously had so much more to offer as a competitor. First jump will be quad loop, still new in his repertoire. Bit of a lean, as if doing a quad loop wasn't impressive enough. That had a little lean, and he was able to put his body over his front of his blade and actually have flow. Truly a wizard. Just as good as the one in warm-up. Quad sow. Anybody with 4 planned quads in their program looks so relaxed in their face and in their upper body.
He has that ability to make beautiful jumps just appear from nowhere. So little preparation time, and they're so quick and clean.
You might want to put a little bit of preparation into this one. This would be a second quad sow planned in the program. It should be in competition and combination. Little fall. Didn't quite get the rotation, caught the edge. See him taking a deep breath as he stood up. It's all about the recovery. Yes.
Perhaps a tiny bit two-footed. They'll be looking at that on the replay in slow motion to make sure he landed cleanly on one foot. Seems like a bit quibbly when it's the 4th quad, but there you go.
Slight signs of fatigue on that axle. I do mean slight. He is so far ahead of the skating world in so many areas. Everyone else is chasing him.
Well, once again, keep your eye on the technical score box. Top left corner, you can just see where he is. C for current skater and the leader. And he's already surpassed it.
Thank you very much.
A message to his fans, Yuzuru Hanyu of Japan brought this crowd to their feet last year when he became the first skater to surpass a total score of 300 points. And once again, they are on their feet for their rock star.
Little squeeze for his Pooh Bear there. You could barely see him in the corner. Whatever works. If you have the ability to fix a quad loop, because I'm not used to saying that jump as a quadded version yet. Upper back, beautiful run of the edge, creating speed out of nowhere, musicality, awareness of the audience. But still, I love how content and calm his face is.
Yes. I saw him skate this program at Skate Canada live, where it was, you know, not the way he wanted. And my impression then was it needs to be clean. This is a program that needs to be clean if it's really going to fly. And it almost was today. And it was just so much more enjoyable to watch.
144.56 is what he's going to need. And that's no problem. Piece of cake. 197.58. He's actually won this event before. Why is he looking surprised? We're not. He's won this before, 2012 and last year 2015, and he's positioned himself quite nicely to grab his third gold here on home ice.
He just likes seeing the over 300. That's what he's excited about.
It's just become old hat for him to just get 300 total. So that's how things look right now. Hanyu, Tanaka, Bichenko.
It's on. It could be a hurricane and you wouldn't blow me over, but he's got to figure that out.
Well, there's a look at the leader right now, Yuzuru Hanyu. And Keiji Tanaka sitting in second. Here is Yuzuru Hanyu talking about the competition.
I'm not totally satisfied with my free program and show program too, but I was able to land for the curl loop first time in a Grand Prix series, so I feel happy, and especially I was feeling really happy with my skate, so yeah, I'm happy now.
Champions are always the hardest on themselves. That's why they're the best of the best.
Exactly. It's going to be an exciting final,
and yet this is the skater who has lost the last 2 world titles, so you got it, you know, that's going to stick and gotta win it when it counts.
Well, it's going to make for an excellent Grand Prix final, because that's what you want to see. You want to see the guys who are competing for the top spot to be competing against each other, and that would in fact be Yuzuru Hanyu. You talk about world champion, that would be the Spaniard, Javier Fernandez, who's won it the last 2 years.
Last 2 years, yeah.
And how about Patrick Chan? And then you also have young guys like Nathan Chen, Shoma Uno. How about that? And the American Adam Rippon as well in there. So some great competition to look forward to the Grand Prix final when it comes to the men.